we just did 10 straight days of like daily content of telling you what we're doing, how we can help all these flood victims. It was wild. We were getting 400 to 700 packages from Amazon a day.
We raised about a little over $80,000 to donate all over. We donated $60,000 to all the volunteer fire departments on Tuesday.
That's not us, that is you guys.
Many times, like, what's the point in having any form of, like, any kind of platform if you're not going to use it in situations like that?
Are you ready?
3 dudes, 1 couch.
You look snug.
Hi. God. Welcome to Man vs. Morning.
Hey, guys.
We are so glad you're here. I'm Jake Watson, and today I am joined by my matching co-hosts, Nolan the Sandalorian, Tackett the Tactician, and the Sanders, Jenna and Clint Sanders. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Handshake.
We just had the honor of being in our first Sanders vlog, so
yeah.
that to me was already worth the experience.
Thanks, Jake.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
We're
get out
honored
of
to
here.
be here.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for being here.
What a great episode.
Yeah.
This is fun.
No, we're pumped to be here. It's we're new to the whole in front of the camera thing, so it's really cool to come
You're
do
part of
stuff
all
like this.
Yeah, good to see what you guys do.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it'd be fun to talk a little bit about that because, I mean, y'all have been around this content space for a long time, but really in the last, 8 months?
Yeah, we started in February.
Yeah, about that.
So you've kind of turned on the
Yeah.
creator brain, which
Yeah.
is a whole different side.
Quite the life change.
Guys are
you know?
influencers now.
Yeah.
Being behind the camera or like on the side in the background of the camera is a lot different than you being the subject all of the time. For
Yeah.
sure.
What I noticed with producing was, and you probably had a similar experience, was there's all this pressure before a shoot.
Yes.
But then once the shoot actually is going, that's actually a time where you get to just kind of enjoy it.
Right.
And then, of course, as soon as you wrap, then it starts all over again.
Yes.
Whereas for the creator, if you have a good producer, like Matt had with you, then it's the pressure's on you when the camera's on.
Right.
But
It's
then
both of it. Yeah, now we're producing and we're on
Yeah.
the camera. Yeah, the
all
pressure
three
never goes away,
sides,
basically.
It's just the two of us with me walking around talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Are you editing your own vlogs?
No, we have an editor.
Nice.
I'm doing some of it. Like I'm doing all of our ads, and if they're like this morning we had there was a quick part I needed to do. I know like I've gotten enough to where I can do it like baby
He's
steps,
super capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not enough to like he makes it look way cooler.
Yeah.
That's so nice because like anytime I film any sort of content, I have to edit it.
Yeah.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, and then I'm like watching it. I'm like, I hate myself so
it's more
much.
work than
Yeah.
the content.
I need to
really.
go refilm this immediately.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're just judging yourself the whole time.
yeah, you start listening. You're like listening to the sound of your own voice, and you're like, I don't like me. Why does anyone watch this?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to hear myself talk anymore. Like, ugh.
Yeah. And
That's been a big one for me is getting used to hearing my own voice. I swear when we're like watching this, I'm like, I'm so annoying. Like I annoy myself. It's really fun.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Damn
you don't
it.
realize until you see yourself all of the time.
Yeah, that's right. So I've been like, I play music and I've been in several bands, so I'm used to hearing myself like through that. But like the visual part of it, so I don't do all the editing, but to get good, you have to watch what you're doing, right? So every clip I watch through, and it sucks.
I have a folder on my
Control.
I have a folder on my computer of a vlog that I've been putting together, and I'm just like, I can't look through it.
So much. Yeah.
But
you
it's
just
helped me
procrastinate.
figure out, like, I say all the time. I didn't know that.
Learn a lot
Apparently,
about
I've got a
yourself.
silly dad laugh that I had no idea. Like,
I love it.
my chuckle is, it's
knew.
all over the place.
I
Yeah,
did.
she knew. And then I started watching. I was like,
I got our editor to make a montage on it.
Yeah.
Was it the last video of his laugh just over and over and over again in different
Yeah.
scenarios? It was really funny.
or when you're vlogging for the watcher, it's instantaneous. For me, it's 3 hours. So I always think I need to be like, all right, so, like, no, you don't have to say that. Like,
then you
Yeah.
just
Continuation of the day.
Hey
yeah.
guys,
yeah, just do it. And that,
Right.
it's
It's a weird.
a weird thing to have to like self-analyze those small little things,
Yeah.
right?
transition.
But yeah, our editor's amazing. He's in Latvia. His name's Andis. He's actually the editor that Matt used for. I mean, he's been doing Matt's videos for. I don't know, 7 years, I think. It was like a long time.
Yeah.
And so he understands the humor. He understands the way we like the content to look. So he's doing both of ours and diversity hires.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
that's
just switched over to him and we've stuck with him. He's awesome. He's
Yeah.
become a good friend at this point.
And so
We all
being
know each other
behind the
pretty well,
scenes,
yeah.
y'all have been communicating directly with him
Yeah.
for the last 4+ years. And
Yeah.
so there was already that built-in
Right. On the gun-
relationship and a lot of like firsthand, you
Yeah.
know, stuff. So it was super easy transition.
It's funny because with us, like we write him notes of like if we have any input of how we want the content to look, which isn't very often because he knows what we like already and he just does it. We'll put those notes in. With the gun side of things, while we're filming, we just give him information. So we talk to him all of the
That's a good
time.
idea.
Yeah, it makes a big difference for him because sometimes writing it in a note doesn't exactly portray what you want it to look like. Then if
Yeah.
you're sitting there just like saying it to the camera.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a
yeah.
super hard thing to like, you have a creative idea, but to express that to someone else
Oh
that's
my
creative,
gosh.
like trying
Yeah.
to speak the same language can be so difficult.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Us
Like,
too, with things
Yeah.
with ad scripts and things like that. That was one thing that I used to always like. I was in charge of all of that. So in my head, I always had this like layout of exactly what I wanted to look like, and I try to explain it to him, and he's like, "I'm trying to follow you, but I have no idea. Like, I don't understand what you're saying."
You're not hitting 3 out of the 5 talking points. Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It's
Yeah.
that's one of the hardest
Adjustment.
things. Like I mean, even just with us, we all kind of see it the same way. But then just trying to explain what you're seeing in your brain, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
frustrated with each other. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
I wish we could just like draw a picture in our head and then show it to somebody.
Yeah. And then being married on top of it, you have to like,
Right.
Yeah.
we got
No, I didn't say it like that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, put the camera down and like, okay.
So give me a hug, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about this content
I
first.
faced that last night. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was mean.
I
It's
don't
easy to get
yeah.
frustrated, for
I don't
sure.
know what you're trying to tell me to do. I'm not just being an asshole. I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what I
Explained
mean.
it 10 times.
yeah, how do you guys, that's something I hadn't even thought of, is like, how do you guys kind of balance that work life? Because I like,
It's so blurred, but
Yeah.
communication is huge, right?
That's something
Like,
we have really harp on in our relationship is if I'm frustrated, I gotta tell you I'm
Yeah.
frustrated so I don't get angry. There's like,
Yeah,
don't ever
yeah.
get to those steps that are
great.
worse. But we also agree on most things. Like getting our point across on content can be like complicated sometimes,
Yeah.
but not
Well, and
not in an
and
angry
balancing
way.
like what how much to do at home and how much to do outside because we still want to be parents and we still like
Yeah, we got 2 kids.
yeah,
so they keep
we
us
want to
busy
make
too.
sure that their life isn't just on the internet, respecting, that our kids are on it, but they're not main characters, right? Like, so that's
yeah.
also
That's huge.
a
Yeah,
tough
for
balance
sure.
to do. And like I said, just making sure you openly communicate
Mm-hmm.
frustrations and where you want to be and where you need to be. And
Yeah.
I can't do any more today, so let's put a pin in it.
Yeah.
That's usually me. Yeah, that's it. I'm the one. I have like an anxious personality, so I'll hit my limit sometimes, and I'll be like,
Done.
"Cut the camera off. I'm taking off my bra and makeup, and I'm going like to lay in bed."
Yeah.
And that's it. And if he's like, "Okay, I understand," then everything's great.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like respecting each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part of like trying to be married and do content at the same time.
and just see you guys like yelling at each other, being like, "This is a bunker conversation, not an us conversation."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Gotta wait till we're in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys find it with like your work with Bunker and with the channels, do you find it hard to turn off? Because I do constantly. Where it's like
Yeah.
I'm working, and if I'm not working, then my life is falling apart.
That's him,
Yeah.
and I'm the opposite. Mine is like, if I don't rest, my life will fall apart. So I know how I'm gonna react if I don't let myself relax for a little bit, and so that's how it works. And then,
Yeah.
but also he'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep working, and I'll be like, okay. It's like it's not a fight because he continues whatever he's doing, and I can still rest.
Saturday mornings, it's like, we wake up and I'm like, all right, when can I start the first conversation?
Yeah. This also this has nothing to do with content. This is just him
Just
in the
in
morning.
general, yeah.
I like a slow morning, and he likes to get up and start.
No,
doing
yeah,
things.
we're polar opposites in the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a
I feel
one
that
cup of
about
coffee
Yeah.
rule. I need to have a cup of coffee before anything happens in the brain.
Including anyone talking to me.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm like, just leave me alone and let me wake up, and then we're
I
good.
wake up ready to go. And yeah,
Funny.
He wakes up, he's like, what do you want to do today?
pre-content, it was wake up, just like
Yeah, that's the norm.
word vomit every bit thing I'm thinking about all night long and all morning and just like, hey,
Just take a breath. Just
when you're
Shut
out
up.
before her, you're like in the kitchen, like waiting. Like, I'm gonna talk
Always.
to you about political the second you walk
Yeah.
out here. Like,
You're sitting next to her, waiting for her to wake up.
Yes.
I've been doom scrolling on Twitter since 4th.
yeah.
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 Boy, do I have some news.
I know you've been awake for 2.5 hours. I've been awake for 30 seconds. Like, just shut up. And
Anyways.
So on the note of Bunker, because I think there's people that might not know this, but I mean, you've been effectively running that company for.
yeah, so I started in 2018 and then took over like running it in 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, over 7 years there.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun. Like my background is in screen printing and embroidery.
Okay.
I've been in I ran a small little mom and pop shop, the production side of it before I got the opportunity here in Bernie to come over.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about this on the last episode. Anybody that can run a product business profitably, I
Hats
don't know.
off to you,
I don't know how you do it. I mean,
I have a special brain for it, I think.
Yeah, it's another thing. It's taken me a while to like get the right crew and the right people I trust, because when it comes to work, I'm a super control freak.
yeah,
And I'm able to not now because I found the right people that have the same vision, that have the same work ethic, that have the same drive. Yeah, 5 years ago, I was effectively running the company, but not in title, because I had control of everything, because everything needed to run this way. And if it's just easier screw it, I'll do it because I know how to do it right. And so yeah, getting the last 5 years being able to get those things is made us be able to do the content game, because
Yeah, a few years
that's
ago, we would
interesting
never
point.
be able to do that if he didn't have the crew that he actually
Yeah.
trusts. Now we
Yeah.
can leave for a week.
I mean, yeah,
like
or
go
to be able
somewhere
to-
for content and
to come
know
this
it's
morning
okay.
and do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I probably took 2 days off the first 4 years I worked there because I
Really?
didn't.
Yeah.
I
Not
knew if I stepped
that.
away, what if it burns down?
Yeah.
But like I said, being in the screen printing world, like the shop that I was at, I brought the same mentality here of like, we're gonna be the best.
Yeah.
Like I'm a perfectionist and that sort of thing. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna do it the way that it should work.
Yeah.
And getting people to care enough, but also understand that it is just t-shirts, right? That's the balance of
Yeah.
like
That is a hard balance.
Yeah.
Because
Like-
it's so true. It's like with the YouTube game, saying it's just YouTube.
yeah.
But we're making a production. Like
Yeah.
we're trying
Yeah,
to put
it's a whole lifestyle, really.
this reflects who we are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this is my entire life. But if you mess up 100 shirts, like, hey,
It's not.
We did- yeah, it's just a
It
t-shirt.
does happen, and
Yeah.
that's. I mean,
like
man,
talking to a creator, I'm gonna do everything in my power to give you the best product to you and your people. But at the end of the day, like, remember, we're talking about hats and t-shirts. So like, let's have fun with it and let's do,
Well, and there's the old phrase, "Perfection is the enemy of progress."
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, and of course that doesn't mean you should just be sloppy.
yes.
What it means is, look, you're never gonna have everything perfect all the time.
Right.
That's just a fact. And
Yeah.
if you focus on that, you'll get so bogged down in that it'll actually tear you apart.
Yeah,
or
your
whatever
worries
you're
down.
working on.
Yeah.
And so having that little bit of give and grace when something isn't done right or whatever, that actually goes a lot further in the
Yeah.
long run.
Oh, yeah.
Than trying to clamp down on everything. And
Right.
it took me a long time to figure that out. Man,
Just
I
letting
mean,
things go sometimes is hard.
we
It's really
started
hard.
filming YouTube videos in 2009 and it was,
That's crazy.
It was just
Yeah, you've
me
been in this
and Sam and Nico.
Long.
Ancient.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Let me tell you a story from the pre-monetization days.
Been in this game for 47 years.
But that was one of the things that was difficult when we first started because it was just the three of us. We had invested our entire lives in it.
Yeah.
We were, younger. We were in our early 20s, whatever. And we saw where it could go, but there was no book for it. There was no channels that had done it before. There was no mentor. There was no college you could go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube was barely on the radar at that point, right?
Yeah.
In 2007.
It was just for the dumb videos.
was, like,
that you
very,
send your
very-
buddies.
We used to call some people and ask them if we could rent their sets, and they'd say, "Okay, yeah, are you TV or film?" And then I'd go,
Technically, it's
"We're
Right?
YouTube," and some of them would just laugh
Yeah.
and hang up.
Oh, that's so sad. That's so
Now they
disheartening.
don't
Like,
do
really
that.
make you
Yeah.
want to keep going,
Yeah,
Man.
nothing makes you want to make another phone call.
Right. Or keep putting all of your money into
Yeah.
life.
You
Yeah.
have other people in the office looking at you, and you just continue to have a conversation with no one on the other end of the phone.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
cover
that's
it up.
great. That's
Yeah,
great.
sounds good. Yeah.
They're gonna get back to us. There you go.
Oh, so you'll contact us? Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
They can hear the like.
But now, now we have, I'm still a part of that company, but I'm not involved in the day-to-day. We have an awesome team of, I have my producer, Christian, who was like my
just a
protege.
camera.
We all looked up. We're like, is he invisible?
I thought they all left.
No, he's on the other side of the screen.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
He actually hides behind the window and just
Yeah.
listen.
He was my roommate, one of my best friends, and he kind of learned the trade on what I was doing on that side, and then we had other creators that came up and understood that, and they kind of copied the model, and now
That's
it's
cool.
theirs, and it's beautiful, and they're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's similar too of like how I've built the team at Bunker. Like I can teach anyone how to screen print. I can teach anyone how to fulfill a package.
Yeah.
You find somebody that you like to work with, that's a good worker, and then you teach them that. And then, like I said, he probably had no idea he was going to become a producer.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
now he is, right?
Yeah.
Same
Everybody
thing.
evolves,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I met him. Funny story. I met him because I was moving into this apartment in Hollywood. It was right across from the Hollywood Bowl, and it was just there's cars everywhere and it's chaos. And I got this little 16-foot U-Haul, and I've got my refrigerator from my old place because out there a lot of times when you rent a place you have to bring your own appliances.
Interesting.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a place.
They charge you double
What a
and give you
country.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
So I have this refrigerator, and I go, well, I just a little dolly, and so there's these other two guys that are moving in, and I just go to them and I just go, hey, can I give you $20 to help me move this refrigerator into my apartment? And they're like, sure, super nice. We're doing the thing. I go, what apartment are you guys moving into? They go, 219, and I go, oh, I'm in 319. And then just went down there later that day because we were all new, and we just started hanging out, and that was the beginning of it.
That's how you
cool.
met your old friend?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Nice.
That's a
was-
really good story,
that
actually.
was-
That's awesome.
13 years ago.
Man.
Dang.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Or just all right. I want to be in production in Hollywood, or production in that. I got to go to Hollywood.
Yeah, it was that
Yeah.
kind of
Then
thing,
I'm sure,
you
yeah.
know, and that's, I mean, it's still true to this day. If you want to do something, you should go to a place where people are doing that.
Yeah.
It's not as prominent, especially in the YouTube space now. I mean, you
Yeah.
can kind of do it from anywhere, but even here, having people around, such as yourselves and everybody else that's around here, just being able to have more immediate access, more immediate communication.
yeah.
I mean, that helps so much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it helps
definitely.
establish a network and understand how other people actually work and do the craft.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Like being a fledgling creator, like when you first get into it, and like one of those first initial conversations when you have with someone who's like, let's say Brandon Herrera size, and they
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
the time to
deep into
talk
it.
to you, and you're like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. Like, can you give me tips on how to do stuff? And they're like, just relax. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so much easier said than done with that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Thankfully, like being behind the scenes for the last so long, like now the
so
conversation
much.
is like, hey, we're doing it too now. So like,
Yeah.
will you
guys
want to
wanna work
invite
with
us?
us?
Like, we don't have to have that like, hey, I need to figure out how to meet Donut. Now I need to figure out like next time I hang out with Donut to like, I'm gonna pull my camera out too.
Do it at the same time
Yeah.
he pulls out his.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you'll
That
lens
part-
kiss.
Yeah, that part is super weird because I've known all these guys forever as just like the t-shirt guy,
Yeah.
and now I've got to.
So
Yeah.
in that process of starting this vlog, and I mean, what are the takeaways that you've seen so far on the new things that you've learned that didn't exist in the mind before?
I think the biggest part for me is like you just have to learn to not care what you look like sometimes. Just be freaking shameless
that's
and be
so true.
yourself.
Except for
yeah.
me when I use 20 of these before we film.
Yeah. I mean, I
I'm
say
so
that as if I
greasy.
don't have a face full of makeup on for the
Yeah.
cameras, like obviously. But like, say the stupid thing, do the dumb
Yeah.
thing. Don't edit it out. Let them know that you're a real human being and that
Yeah.
sometimes you say stupid shit or
Yes.
or look dumb or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's what in my eyes, like my goal always with YouTube is like be real.
Yeah.
You know, because you see
Right.
a lot of people that aren't in this
Well,
world
yeah.
sometimes.
You
like
can feel it too when you watch the channel.
Yes.
If they have
Yeah.
like a personality that comes on with the camera, it's just never gonna work.
Yeah.
right,
Like,
yeah.
You want a broad audience, but the audience that's gonna like you just wants to hang out with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
Yes.
who are you when you're just at your house?
Yeah.
Like, what's the dumb shit you say at your house? Like that's what'll work on YouTube. And I think it
Exactly.
takes people a long time to figure that out.
Yeah, and the volume that you have to produce for YouTube to make it work
Yeah.
ultimately puts you in a place where you're not going to be able to fake it. At a
No, they're
certain
gonna see
point.
you at your worst.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. Yeah, it's interesting.
I saw something good recently that said the cringe is the point.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's super true. I mean, like the fitness guy that always has his shirt off and you go in the comments and everyone's like mad at him. It's like, I mean, he's making a living.
Yeah. But also, guess what? Like, those comments are helping him on YouTube.
Yep.
Like, you get that algorithm going and it is what it is.
It's
like,
almost beneficial to put out your worst.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Someone messaged me on Instagram.
Almost your worst.
Yeah. Someone messaged me on Instagram recently because someone left like an comment on one of my pictures or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, how do you deal with these people? And I'm like, a comment's a comment, whether it's good or bad. I don't
Right.
care. Get
That's
the algorithm
interaction.
going.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad.
say your worst. I don't give a shit. Like,
I would
it helps me.
I'll comment back and be like, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, I
And
did
it's just
that.
Like,
I did that,
it makes them like
yeah.
angrier. Like, thanks
The
so much
other
for being
day,
here.
some guy, he left this like long ass paragraph on a photo. It was like a progress photo. I've been working out, getting some muscles, whatever.
Yeah.
He had a lot to say. And at the end, I just commented back and I was like, glad you got that off your chest, buddy.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure it pissed him off, but oh well, let him leave another mean one. It just gets more in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Here's this book that I've been thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell people to just click on their profile and then you'll feel better. Usually.
Usually.
It's true. Like
Always
when people
Oh,
are
a
dogging on your
schizophrenic.
body or something, like which is crazy to me in my head, it never makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I would never put somebody else down about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that do it. But you click on their profile and you're like, I want one to get me good one time and I can send it to his wife. That's my
There
goal.
you go.
One of these days I'll get a good one.
He's lying in wait, everybody. Be careful.
Give me the
Yeah,
time.
watch
Yeah,
out.
you
I always
just wait.
remember that, like, I feel like 90% of the consumption of social media is when you're taking a shit.
Yes.
And it's like,
We
you're
say that all the
literally
time.
shitting, like, there's just shit out of your mouth. You're grumpy because you don't feel good, and, like, you have weird, watery poop.
Your tummy hurts.
Like, it's like, whatever, dude. Like,
I got a tummy ache.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's on the TV and you're
Oh,
about
yeah.
to fall asleep and you're.
Yeah.
just doom scrolling in bed, grumpy at your wife.
Oh, I try not to doom scroll.
I doom scroll
Hard.
super
Yeah.
bad.
I try to cut it off. 15 minutes a day. That's it.
That's
Total.
impressive.
Yeah.
Like really impressive.
Well, you
I've-
kind of get everything you need to know in about 15 minutes anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then say, look, he's doing it right now.
No, I need to know now because there's no way.
Are you looking up your
15
time?
hours a day? Yeah.
It's
Oh no, that's off on my phone.
it's
We don't
Yeah,
need to
I
know
don't
those
think so.
numbers.
No.
No, yeah.
No one
I don't track my stuff on my phone. Yeah.
it's hard, especially when you're trying to build like an online presence or a profile. Because
Yeah.
it's like, let's say just like a Twitter account. You have your Twitter account
Yeah.
for whatever you're doing, and to build that, you have to be active.
Right.
But to be active means you have to consume it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're just like, "Argh."
Yeah.
That's what I'm not good at. That like
Yeah.
at the Twitter,
Oh, yeah, Twitter
Instagram, all of it. Like I'm not good at that because in the moment, like I don't think about the amount of times we'll be done with something and I'll go, shit. I didn't take a picture. I didn't film anything. I didn't do anything because I'm new to this content.
Oh
thing.
no, I'm living in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard to choose when you should live in the moment and when you should film it too, and not feel guilty either way.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's hard.
And that's one thing that I lean on you guys more on, especially in this endeavor.
It's because we don't live in the moment.
No, I don't mean that.
He does.
I mean, I know that you are both more active
Chronically
and,
online is
and,
what I
and so it gives me a sense of relief, honestly, on that front.
yeah.
Where I know that Nolan and Tackett are looking at it, and then I can hop on there and make a comment or two. But I know that you guys know what to do with that, and so it honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm able to keep it fairly limited.
I made
nice.
a rule for myself when I came from like the fire department and had no idea what I was doing at all. Like I barely understood like how to do emails and shit. And like
Man.
I just made it a rule that if you sent me a message on Instagram, you're getting something back from me.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
meant that I didn't have to have 1 million people. I could have 4,000 people on my Instagram,
Right.
Yes.
but they were my friends. They were
Yeah. They
loyal.
feel
I
like they
could
know
throw
you.
a T-shirt out there and people bought it. Like,
Yeah.
it
That's
was
what
an
we're
easy
doing
rule.
with ours, right?
Yeah,
like
it's that core audience you
Yeah.
build that really cares about you and
I'm
your
not
life and your
trying to be the
success.
next
It's everything.
Mr. Beast. Like I'm not,
Yeah.
Right.
would 50 million subscribers be awesome? Sure.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm not gonna change my life around to get the subscribers. Like I want to create, a core of people that want to watch us and that are interested in our stuff, not because I turned my living room into a jungle gym. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because they wanted to see what I was doing that
Roman,
day.
we're looking at you,
No.
Roman.
Oh, that was dope.
Yeah, but I'm also, I'm not a handy guy. Like, I would destroy our house if I tried to do that, like, big above and beyond stuff. So, like,
Very true.
yeah,
I think it's the Jake Paul disease too. We were looking at his channel the other day, and
Yeah.
I don't remember how many like followers he had.
He
But
has
his,
like 11 to 20 million, something like that.
but his videos were only doing like a couple 100,000 at most. Like,
Yeah, because you
there's
always have to
no-
one up yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the world where like I'm a year from now and going like, oh,
Yeah.
what's the next biggest
already
thing I
drove a
can
dirt
do?
bike through my living
I
room and
don't-
scammed a
Right,
bunch
yeah,
of
real
people. What do I
life
do
makes
next?
more
Like,
sense.
yeah.
And I don't mean to hate on people who do it
No.
differently.
Oh, of
I
course
do.
not. He does.
But-
they have more subs than
Well, yeah.
everyone in
that
this room
and-
combined
yeah.
times
Look,
10.
if that's what they chose and that's
For
what
sure.
they want for themselves and their audience, then great.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
were just talking about on an episode or two ago, was just how YouTube has this ability to cut from people who are doing it like Mr. Beast or et cetera,
yeah.
to people who are running a small podcast or a vlog or whatever. And yet at the same time, depending on how invested you want to be,
Yeah.
you can, if you do it for long enough and consistently enough, you can make a living,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which is wild.
Yeah.
When has
sure.
that ever existed?
Yeah.
It really is crazy.
Because
Yeah.
you can't do it with a Twitter account. I mean, some people do it with Instagram accounts through
Yeah.
brand integrations, but then basically you have to whore yourself out to a brand every time you
Yeah.
want to get a paycheck.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the money's not there as much on social media as it is on like long form videos and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. But I even think more about just like for me personally, like I already am trying to like,
Do
what
too
am I
much.
going to do next week? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm doing nothing. Like the dread of what am I going to do next week? And it's got to be the craziest ever.
Yeah.
Like I would lose my mind.
Right.
Like,
Are you one of the people that the moment that you have a free slot in your life, you fill it with something?
it's tough. Like,
Yes and no.
yeah, thankfully, like I watch sports. So like when football season's about to start, so that's
Go Browns.
yeah, my
That's
free
a
time.
slot.
Like, all right, I can
Browns.
turn my brain off and
Really sad this season about what's
yeah, it's
happening.
gonna suck. So yes and no. Like I can relax for the most part,
Yeah.
but I do have to pace around the house a couple times.
Yeah.
in
yeah, I
between
feel
that.
like
Yeah.
his relaxing is like letting his body relax, but his brain never really turns off.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm super bad at it. When I moved down here, it was the first time in like 3 years that things had stabilized, and I wasn't necessarily like trying to run my own thing and figure out
Yeah.
like every part of it. And I had weekends for the first time in like years.
Crazy.
And I was
Yeah.
texting them, being like, "What do you guys do on the weekend?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm getting up and being like, I could make breakfast or drink a 12-pack of Corona. Like, I don't know what to do right now.
Freedom is
just la la.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Drink a 12-pack while you're making breakfast.
Yeah.
It is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to learn how to not fill the free space slots because time
Yeah.
is really your most valuable resource.
Yeah.
definitely.
And, man, I was so ambitious when I was younger, and I'm still ambitious now.
I was
but-
about to say,
Yeah.
it's gone now. It's dead.
I'm dead.
You
No,
guys took that over.
We're just carrying our grandpa along.
I just mean it's about being precise now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not ambitious, but when you're too spread out and you're trying to do too
Yeah.
many things, then you can't be precise because
Yeah.
then everything's a priority, so nothing is.
Right.
This is true.
And so
Yeah.
when you are more precise and you take that moment, then I feel like what you are working on gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
When
sure.
you can focus on those things.
Yeah, like thinking back, like if I tried to keep 22-year-old Clint's schedule right now, I would die. Like, because
We've
I
already
was,
done that a few times. We don't need
that's
to do
also
it.
true.
And y'all had children, I think,
Early.
fairly early.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we got pregnant in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which way? He was almost, I think he was like 2 weeks away from being 21. Like we were babies. I
Yeah.
had just turned
She
20.
found out on April Fool's.
Yeah, that was like, I didn't even know what day it was when I took the test. Like I was freaking out for obvious reasons.
Babe,
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
No, I told him, what did I say?
So
I said,
I was
we need
working
to
out-
talk,
yeah.
no April Fools. And
I
he
was-
was like, okay.
Yeah, I was at the gym with my buddies,
Yeah.
and she texts like, "Well, what's funny? The night before, we were
You
joking
told them
about."
through a text?
No,
No, I told him
figured
to
it
come
out
home.
through a text.
I told him to come home because I said, come home, we need to talk.
There's no.
Yeah, and then
worse.
said no
I mean,
April Fools.
So you were
and I was
already
like,
living together and stuff?
Yeah, we had been together for.
okay.
I think when our son was born, we had been together for like 3 years. It wasn't
wow.
like a new relationship
Yeah.
or
Okay.
anything. We
We
planned
met in
on
high
being
school.
together anyways, but
okay.
And
Yeah.
and then had our son. Well, found out she was pregnant at the end of our junior year in college. So yeah, we had been
Did
together.
you think she was breaking up with you?
No, as soon as she said we need to talk, no April Fools. I was like,
Damn it, she's
having a kid.
Because
She's
I
found
knew,
it.
Yeah. No, because I knew he wasn't going to believe me because he's made jokes before about like, hey,
That's
pregnancy
not
for
a funny
Fools is,
April
like, not
Fool's
funny.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen
got it.
people do that joke. And it's like, not funny.
Put that
you don't
one
joke
on
about
the
that.
list of not funny.
I know.
Yeah.
I genuinely did not know what day it was when I took the test, and then I realized I was pregnant, and then figured out what day it was, and I was like, I can't sit on this news for a day. Like, I can't wait until tomorrow to tell him because he's not going to believe me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went to a clinic and got proof of pregnancy so that he didn't think that I was just messing with him in the worst way. Like,
Yeah.
I felt so bad about it.
And then we just sat in silence for a couple hours. But our son is cool as hell.
He's the
Like,
coolest. He really is.
Yeah.
You know what, I
It
think-
led me to here because after that, we dropped out and I
Yeah.
got into the screen printing world.
Yeah,
That's
everything
what I'm
happens for a
saying.
reason. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I didn't have children that early, but I think there's a lot of societal pressure for people especially when you're in your early 20s, to not have kids then.
Yep.
I don't really get that or agree with it because yes, it is harder financially.
sure.
It's harder on the
we were poor
relationship.
as hell for a while.
But if you're in a situation, especially in a situation like that, where you guys have already been together, you know that you love each other, this happens, and ultimately, that children do make you a better person.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
So much self-realization.
Yeah,
They
with
make
having
you an
kids.
adult. You can't
Yeah.
be an adult without
Definitely.
having kids. Like I have a 14-year-old, and
Us
like
too. Our son's
she,
14.
Yeah, she grew me up. Like I was just this wild-eyed retard in the army, and it was like, oh, like this human depends
I'm
on me every day.
responsible
You
for
know?
that.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and honestly, I think, yes, it's difficult. It's difficult when you have them later too.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's never a perfect time.
No.
And there's always going to be a growing phase that you go through with your spouse or your significant other that happens during that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to know that that's coming, and you have to be okay with it. And then when you can do that, and then you can sort of recalibrate to what the new life is that's in your life.
Yeah.
Then that's when you can really grow.
Yeah.
And that's when I think you
Totally.
really become the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
were
not
at
it's
spring
not
break.
for everybody, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
And then 6 weeks later, we're grown-ups.
Yeah.
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 It really does happen
Yeah.
with that. Just
There's
And
Anima
then you
City!
continue-
Yeah.
God.
There's
Corpus
such a-
Christi, it wasn't
Okay,
even
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Same
such like
thing.
a failed idea in our society too, where it's like I'm supposed to go to college, I'm supposed to do this, I got to buy a house. Like there's
Yeah.
this like check marks that you're supposed to do before you have a kid, and it's
Yeah.
like you think you're gonna build this sandcastle and then have a kid, and you just like ride off, and everything will be.
Yeah.
You'll end up in the hospital with your like heart exploding for no
Yeah.
reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like life will just kick you in the face. Like,
Yeah.
It's not
Right,
a
yeah.
good time to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never really know. And I feel like you continue to grow. Like as these kids are getting older, I'm continuing to learn about myself and how I handle their attitudes. You know, like things like that. Like
Now that
you
you have
learn how,
teenagers.
you learn how to communicate with someone you're responsible for, but also trying to respect. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's an interesting combination of things.
Yeah. And we missed a ton. Like our 20s were being parents and poor.
So poor.
But what's going to be cool is like, I think our youngest is going to graduate. I think I'll be 42.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be really young.
And
then I'll
we'll
have,
have so
like,
much time to do.
That's super young.
do
Now
cool
that I'm
shit with your
older,
kids.
like,
right, yeah.
You
yeah,
might just
like,
meet your great grandkids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think
100%.
having kids early in life is somehow we got away from it. That's how like humans used to work. It's
Yeah,
like, you
Yeah.
got married
always.
at like 19 or whatever, and you had kids immediately.
that was
Yeah.
my parents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before my great grandmother passed away, I think they had kids early, and then obviously their kids had kids early, and then so on. She had like 30 great grandkids before she passed away that she knew.
Whoa.
It was
Super
insane.
cool.
I have a really big family, but
That's
it was
awesome.
really,
Yeah.
really crazy. Yeah, to think that there's that many and that far down. It's
Wow.
interesting.
and our
gotta-
kids being able to grow up with your grandma. Like,
Yeah, like
same. She's
my
young.
my grandma's, but she's
For a
82. She
great
still
grandma.
works full time and travels like every other month. She's just
yeah.
went to Spain for 3 weeks
That's awesome.
with her other like lady friends. Like
Hell
they're the
yeah.
little old lady gang, and I love it. It's really
Life
cool.
goals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say that all the time. Like Mama's goals.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
But that's what my point was, kind of just to get back to it, was when you're younger, you have energy. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having a baby or a toddler right now. Oh,
My mom had me at 42.
oh my
Wow,
gosh.
God bless
She
her.
had to be
Dang.
so tired.
Oh, she already had 5 kids.
Oh, even more.
That's,
That's insane.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
quite the
Was you,
years,
were
huh?
you planned?
Super planned. I
Whoa.
way.
was a reverse vasectomy.
Respect.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
So much respect.
those actually work?
Apparently.
Wow.
Did you get one and it didn't work?
No, I didn't get a reverse. I got the,
The
Yeah.
first,
Oh,
yeah.
you got one of
one.
those too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very necessary.
Yeah, well, we had 3, and Wendy and I would be talking about it, and then all of a sudden, boom, pregnant, boom, pregnant, boom.
Oh, it's like
I was like, okay.
the universe heard you.
Yeah.
She's got Mexican blood.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, you look
Fertile.
at them the right way and they might get pregnant.
She like blinks right and she's pregnant.
Nolan's been messing their game up, like taking the little baby around Wendy and talking about how, like, well, he can just have that shit redone. Like, you can smell Wendy's brain.
It was hilarious. I went over for the 4th of July, which he decided to stay home and sad drink to
And
himself
then we
with.
both wear linen shirts matching on another episode
That's so
because he
cute.
wasn't there. We planned it.
But Wendy's holding my newborn son. He was, what, a month, 2 months at the time? And she's like, oh, this makes me want to have a baby again. But no, I can't. I'm too old. And I'm like, how old are you, Wendy? And she's like, what,
41?
Yeah. And I was like, my mom had me at 42.
You're just
She goes,
convincing her.
No. She's like, well,
Jake's in the background like.
she's like, well, Jake's had a vasectomy. I was like, I was a reverse vasectomy. She goes, no.
You just broke down all of her concerns.
I just couldn't imagine starting over.
Oh, God.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's
That's the chapter that's moved on from now.
like our kids.
They're self-sufficient
Yeah,
now.
they
Like,
can
it's
keep
they're
themselves.
11 and 14. They can.
That's awesome.
thing.
Yeah. Like, and then just starting and what's nice? Like tonight, hey, you want to go on a date? Like, all right, later, kids.
Yeah.
We just
Well,
DoorDash him something and everybody's happy. Yeah. But I get where his wife comes from too, where it's like, as a woman, like you hold a little newborn and your uterus is like, hey, you want to do that again? Hey, yeah.
Did you forget
No,
everything?
I don't. But like, also this baby's really sweet.
Right.
Yeah. it's
And
hard.
if something happened, I mean, that's just the grace of God.
You just said it.
Like,
It's
I'm
about to
just
happen
not-
now.
Oh, dude. Wendy
mean, I-
just got pregnant right now.
Shoot me a text next
Gonna
week when you
text me on
find out
April
she's pregnant.
Fools.
Oh my gosh. That's really
Wendy's
funny.
ovaries are screaming right now, and she's not sure why.
Yeah. What is going on?
It's like your ears burning when someone's talking about you.
So I want to hear about diversity hires.
Yeah, so it's going.
Yeah.
It's been fun so far. It's different, obviously, because before the team that we're in, we were doing all the stuff to get Matt's stuff going. Now we're doing it for all. Like we were saying before, before, we didn't have to worry about being on camera. Like you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
you plan everything, you do all the production, and then you sit back and watch it happen. Now it's the opposite, where you do all the production and then you do all of the filming and then you figure out the editing and you
all
put
the
the ad
posts
in and
and-
it's like
yeah.
it's a lot of work, especially when we're doing our channel too, but
You getting ads and
it's
stuff
going.
now?
We've gotten a couple, we've
Good.
gotten a couple Raid Shadow Legends, and then
Heck
that's
yeah.
always the one. Right? Yeah,
We're coming for you, Raid.
You haven't gotten them
Ukraine's
yet? Come on.
finest development company.
Listen, I can say things what I want. So yeah, we got those. The video game ones are always very interesting.
We used
in
to
the
give
gun
them
world.
the most outrageous few prices and just see if they would bite.
And what's insane is they usually do.
I know, which
Yeah.
makes you wonder where all that money's coming from.
No
I
idea.
can tell you.
We've talked about that so many times.
Coming from the U.S. to Ukraine, to Ukraine Shadow Legends, back
Yeah.
to us, back to the U.S.
I mean, yeah.
Somehow my tax dollars, somehow my...
I love those memes.
Yeah.
Just all the rockets flying
Well,
both directions.
they have a
It's
lot
just
of
all-
in-game purchases and
Yeah.
stuff, and I do think that they honestly, it's just a numbers thing for them. I think you get enough people playing it, and
Yeah.
then everybody, you get that one person who spends $1.
Well, I
Yeah.
met a guy who spent $42,000 on a phone game before.
What?
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. That's you money. Like, how do you have that kind of money?
Oh no,
that
he
you-
didn't have that money. That's the
Oh.
thing. Yeah, I was working at this company and he was hired as
It
a
was
sales.
me.
It was me. He got hired on as a salesman. And I just looked at him, I was like, I don't think you should necessarily be the sales
You might
guy.
not be the
Yeah.
best with money.
Yeah, you don't seem like someone who could sell something. You look like someone who gets sold something.
Yeah.
Buys things. Yeah.
You're a consumer, not
Yeah.
a salesman. Yeah.
That's like webcam.
He made 0 sales.
Yeah.
Like
that's
when
insane.
Some loner dude gets obsessed with a webcam girl, and like
Yeah.
there's a whole story where some guy like scams his entire family and like takes his grandmother's money, sent this like webcam girl like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like.
And it was probably AI and it was a dude.
Yeah,
But
right,
That's how
yeah,
it usually,
yeah.
yeah.
That was also me.
You,
do you
you
have
were
any
the
money
account
left?
holder.
yeah.
It's just some guy in Pakistan being like, I can't believe that this dude is still sending me money.
I love you, baby.
It's always those
It's
things.
Osama.
Everything's in broken English and they never pick up on it. Like
Yeah.
you see the messages when things like that come out and you're like, how could you ever have believed
That's
this?
just how girls text. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Sure.
You're literally funding terrorism. Like,
Oh,
Well, that's great. That means you guys have gotten to a point where
Yeah.
people are starting to.
it's going. Yeah, definitely. We obviously got a big influx of people coming in the beginning, and
Yeah.
now it's like trying to keep them there and keep growing and
Yeah.
make sure, like, prove ourselves to
That-
them. Like, hey, we can do this too.
That's totally par for the course, though, when it comes to new channels that are coming from a previous audience.
Yeah.
Which is hard,
You get
yeah.
this big spike, and then you don't quite know where it's going to net out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it nets, and you see where the actual daily kind of regular is.
sure.
And you
Yeah.
start to get the real data, and then you can build on it from there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we're
I've-
trying to do that.
I
for
say
sure.
I've always said like, everyone that I talk to that before we started, knowing that I work with YouTubers, are like, man, that's got to be the best job. It's so easy. I'm like, yes, the first 20 videos are easy.
Yeah.
The 500th video, like it also is
Continuation.
easy. Like I'm not gonna say that
It's
it's
easy
not,
in a sense,
but
like, it's-
you have to work to it, and that's why I never did it. I would have never done it if I didn't get to start on third base, right? Like
Yeah.
I said, I grinded in my 20s to try to do music, and that sucked, and it went nowhere. I'm here. Shocker, my bands didn't make it.
If you can't
like-
make it, come on, man versus Morgan.
Yeah. But like knowing how much I needed to work to do that from scratch, I was like at 35, like
When you're already running a
yeah,
huge
I'm
company,
already yeah,
it's
I'm
a
not
hard decision.
I'm not a
yeah.
struggling artist. Like I've got a good job.
Yeah.
Like do I want to add that extra stress? So yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that we had, a built-in audience was a huge factor in what we were doing.
Yeah, it's obviously super helpful and also hard to differentiate yourself.
Yes,
like
that's
especially
been the-
with us and with diversity hires, we get so many comments. They're like, "This just isn't Matt." And we're like, "Yeah, we're not Matt. Like we're not
Yeah.
trying to be.
God,
Yeah.
I can
We don't
only
want to be
imagine.
that. We want to be ourselves. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're different, and that's okay.
Yes.
And it's like convincing people to like our content that isn't what it was before when we were doing the other
Yeah.
side of things. So it's-
Well, I think that will come in time.
yeah,
for sure.
100%. Yeah, It's-
We start with a big bump so that way we can
Yeah.
afford to keep it going, to be able to grow the audience that we brought in to like us, and then our own people
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's fun and it's tough. Like
Yeah.
You'll have that base audience that will kind of be there, but then as new audience comes in,
Right.
it'll sort of dilute the
yes.
previous,
Yeah.
and it'll become
And that's
a new
happening
thing.
right now.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's going up and down. Like we know we'll lose some followers that were really into like how Matt was like a conservative family guy. We're
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
And so like we say fuck and we say inappropriate things and we're a little bit different and our life looks a lot different and we want it to stay that way. We don't want to try and be somebody else,
yeah.
So it's just getting those people in that want to stay or getting the new people that like the
Yeah,
new
because
stuff,
it is similar content, right? Like,
in a way,
it's gun content and it's vlogging, but it's how we're doing it.
yeah, completely
you
different
know?
people makes all the difference
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that scenario. But it's going.
much-
Yeah.
How much difficulty you have with like coming up with gun content concepts? Like we were doing gun content in California, and it was like you'd be on YouTube thinking like
It's
they've already
hard.
done this.
Yeah.
Everyone has done this already.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's how my old job, same thing. We were there for 4 years, and he's got thousands of videos. Like you're trying to look
Not
up new
only
things. There's
has
not that
someone
much
done
new.
this,
Let's put a
have we
propeller
done
on
this?
the van.
Yeah, and that was so stupid.
Yeah.
That was really dumb. But yeah, that one we wouldn't have done that if we didn't have like a cinder block wall to hide behind on it.
Yeah.
It was a little scary.
I think the biggest thing for that, and it's something that has been super hard for me to accept, is like, okay, it doesn't matter that somebody's done it.
Right.
I'm going to do it my way.
And we're
I'm
doing
going to
that.
find out something fun to do it in my style.
Yes.
Because like I was telling this to Jack Mandeville when he was on,
Mm-hmm.
because he was like, oh, well, people have already done videos on that topic. I'm like,
Yeah.
they've done videos
Everyone's
on
done
every
everything.
topic.
Yeah,
Everyone
at this
has
point,
done it.
Yeah.
It's so concentrated.
One guy talked about Thomas Jefferson, so therefore it's off limits.
Yeah. and you just kind of got to
Yeah.
be like, well, they've watched that. Maybe they'll want to watch how I do it now.
Right.
Like, I'm sure you guys, like, you'll watch a World War II documentary and then be like, what about this World War II documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You always get like a little bit more from it or something different. We recently did that with Oobleck. We were shooting Oobleck because we actually had helped plan the video that we had done on the other channel for
Yeah.
Oobleck. We were like, but we didn't like the way that one went and we want to try it a different way. So we did it. Of course, the Yee guy comes out with the Oobleck video
The week
3
before.
days
Yeah.
before we were ready to post ours. Like we had already filmed it. We were like, cool.
And
okay,
then all
we're
of
gonna
the
do
comments,
it anyway.
Yee already did this.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, yeah, we know. We did
Shout
it
out
before.
Parker.
Yeah.
One of my,
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
No,
like he's
absolutely.
doing his thing for sure. But it's
Yeah,
like,
that's a perfect one-to-one example of
like other people are doing
Yeah.
it, but it's different. They're all different. You know.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about like the consumer side is they don't understand the time that goes into producing a video.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
think it's just literally camera on, good, then we
just
post
show
it
up.
to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
we-
so different.
We just did that. Like it's a little bit harder when we're doing not daily stuff, but when we're doing our daily lives, there's actual events that happen, right? Like we went and did an event with Robert Oberst, the
World's
Shaw
Strongest
Classic.
Man, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. which happened not last weekend, but the weekend before. We filmed a bunch of stuff, and our editor just happened to be
on vacation.
he was not on vacation. He was like
working in Monaco. He was like on this cool situation with like supercars. He gets to do some really cool stuff.
So yeah, our video on that came out this week, which was 7 days after it happened, and people were like,
we already saw.
Why are you so late to this? I'm like, well, because we're humans, and
Well, there's an interesting thing there. I mean, do you find that that going after more transient topics is better or worse for you? And this is kind of inside baseball when it comes to YouTube, but I've noticed this on different episodes we've done and things like that. Or are you just trying to? I mean,
it's tough. So we're trying to do it all, but really peel back, everything, full transparency. The video we just put live today, I filmed a thing before all the flood stuff happened that was just going to be like the start of a video.
Yeah.
And it never got a spot to go. And so finally this week I had a start of a video and I was like, I could use an extra 10 minutes. I'll throw this on there.
Throw the clip in.
And as I'm watching it back, I realized we did a bunch of work at Bunker. And so I'm sure people are going to notice that this was filmed way different, or we had to do an edit on an ad this week, so I got to dig through the laundry and put the clothes I had back on, watching back. Oh crap, I was wearing a blue hat, not a black hat. It is weird trying to keep that continuity and keeping it real without not making it a movie set type deal, but also keeping it. It's such a strange thing to have to think about.
Yeah.
That only a certain amount of people can comprehend and understand.
You understand it, yeah.
The
flood stuff. The flood stuff was we had a couple of videos we were sitting on, obviously, to go live that week, and then that started. And we just daily vlogged and made sure people knew what we were doing, because that's how people were helping send stuff to help that were out there. We set up that Amazon list, and we were updating the list every day, so we were posting every day so that people could send stuff. And so everything else just gets put on the back burner when you're doing that, obviously.
Yeah, the week before we had done this really fun day at Bunker, with our employees. And now we're like, okay, how long can we sit on this before we put out our regular content?
You don't want it to give the wrong message.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You don't want to mix those things.
This is super serious. We just did 10 straight days of daily content of telling you what we're doing, how we can help all these flood victims. We filmed this 2 weeks ago. I hope you enjoy us having fun. Don't think that we're just having fun in the middle. It's such a weird.
And that's how we did it. We were just transparent about it.
Well, I think it's an interesting anecdote from you two about that, and I'd love to get on this topic. But I mean, you two are both from Kerrville area.
Yeah, most of our family's still there.
So I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that was one of the epicenters of where that flood hit.
Yeah.
And you guys just went to work. It was really cool to see.
It got really big, really fast. That scenario was I woke up at 7 a.m. So all of our family still lives in Kerrville, most of them anyways. I woke up at 7 a.m. to a phone call from my mom, who's out of town.
600 cousins or whatever.
Yeah, they all live on the street.
They all live on the same street.
Do they?
Yeah.
On the Guadalupe.
Yeah, so my mom was calling me that she was in Corpus with her husband, and my grandma, who lives with her, was at our house, which is directly across the street from the river. And so, and both of the low water crossings were blocked. So they were basically waiting on rescue, hoping it hadn't gotten to the house or anything like that, but I had a cousin that was with her that was telling me we can hear trees breaking. And so I'm like, get out, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they couldn't.
They couldn't, there was nothing they could do about it. So I get off that phone call and we're just sitting there freaking out, twiddling our thumbs. And I was like, we have to do something.
Yeah.
And so he designed a shirt on freaking Canva on our couch that morning.
Yeah.
We were like, put it live and see if we can raise money. And I was like, let's do a drive. Maybe the local people will come around, bring stuff. And then we had freaking U-Hauls from out of state bringing stuff. It ended up so crazy. Yeah. It was amazing. Such a terrible situation, but seeing the community come together was really, really cool.
Yeah.
How did you manage all the way that it scaled and all the stuff coming in?
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah, I had
Fake it till you make it.
My man.
I don't have a good answer for that other than
we just did it.
I'm very ADHD. I do well in crazy, chaotic circumstances, and then I freak out when I'm not stressed. Yeah, it's the opposite for me. It's I lock in and zone in when things are really crazy, and I kind of did that. That was it.
Yeah.
And then you just crash later when you gotta relax. You know what I mean? It's like that. Just lock it all in, make sure everything's taken care of, and then rest.
Yeah, but we were both born and raised in Kerrville.
Yeah.
the place we got married was in Hunt. We actually just went and saw it. Like
we
the
went and saw
reception
it
hall
this week.
is not there anymore. So
Really?
like
We got married on the river.
like
Like, there's,
fully
like,
direct
steps down
ties
to-
to everything. My mom's business got about a foot of water in it. Like, we thankfully, personally, we didn't know anybody that lost their life.
Yeah,
but
we know a lot of people who did.
Yeah, we know a lot of people who lost kids, who lost all of that because of how small that town is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, all those surrounding towns too. Like Kerrville got so much attention, and Hunt obviously because of the camps, but there's so many surrounding towns that were in just as bad, if not worse shape, that didn't get the attention that they needed. So I focused in on that a lot, like helping those smaller towns. And luckily with the fan base, or I hate saying fan base, I don't like it, I say the term. With the amazing supporters of the channel, they were like, I posted one time, I was like, hey, we need transports. We were overflowing at Bunker with supplies. People just started showing up with trailers. They were offering 18-wheelers, trailers. There was a moving company with 2 vans. They probably did 4 or 5 runs for us to different locations.
awesome.
It
It was
so
wild.
cool.
We were getting 400 to 700 packages from Amazon a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We with the t-shirts, we raised about a little over $80,000
Yeah.
to donate all over. We
That's
donated $60,000 to all the volunteer fire departments on Tuesday.
So
It's really
Tuesday
cool.
we
that's
went.
super cool.
Yeah, we got to go
Fantastic.
take a check to each one.
Yeah,
and
we
it was
took
nice.
we went all the way out to Hunt and just worked our way and gave $10,000 to all the
each one,
volunteer
yeah.
departments all the way from Hunt, Ingram, Centerpoint, Comfort, Sisterdale, and then when we were talking to the Centerpoint people,
Yeah.
they were like, "Hey, Mountain Home helped us a ton.
That was
Like they're
something
not
we didn't
getting,
know.
they're
That's
not
super
getting
cool.
enough of the credit."
Yeah.
So yeah, we
gonna get them a
went
check,
back
too.
to Bunker, cut a check, and hopefully in the next day or two we'll go out to Mountain Home and give them.
What are you guys doing today?
But I mean, that's not us. That is you guys.
Yeah, it's using the
Like-
platform. I've said this a million times. Like, what's the point in having any form
Yeah.
of like any kind of platform if you're not going to use it in situations like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
I
use it to help people when they
Got
need
the
it.
opportunity for 30,000 people that watch my videos
Yeah.
to like actually help.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I? You
And
know.
they were asking. People from all over the world were sending things on that Amazon link. They could write notes in there, so they were from different
Yeah.
countries all over. It was really neat.
That's
That's
wild.
cool.
Giving them the opportunity to help in a small way, even if they send a pack of toothbrushes. Like,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
I think people forget how just like the littlest thing, like a pack of toothbrushes, can go
Yeah.
so far.
Right. For these families that lost everything,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
they need toothbrushes or anything, you know.
If you're sitting at home and you feel like you can't do anything, can you buy
Mm-hmm.
a $3 thing of toothpaste?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it started with that and very quickly evolved into helping all of the,
Hyper-specific,
it was like all of the search and recovery or search and rescue people. I got contacts with like every location and they would text me what they need. I'd put it on the list. It would be there the next day and then we'd ship it out. Like, it was really
yeah.
crazy efficient. And
yeah.
I don't know how, because I was joking about showing my notes. Like, it was just chicken scratch all over
just a
like
notepad of
papers and
just
papers
Yeah.
because I was on
An
the phone
insane person.
constantly. Yeah.
And Jenna hates being on the phone.
I talked on this so much.
I do too.
I
Yeah.
hate talking on the phone. It's such a millennial thing too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to answer.
Anytime she has to
yeah.
do anything, like I have to set all of her appointments. She's like, I'm not gonna call. Like, I need to
I
go.
sound like
yeah.
such a child when he says that.
I'm not getting on the phone. I'm not having a conversation. And then for 2 weeks straight,
I was
she was
answering
on the
unknown
phone all
numbers.
day. I was like, who is this woman? Like,
Who are you?
I was in the zone.
yeah,
You said you edited the shirt on Canva.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You Photoshop.
Right. We love some Canva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do pretty much anything on that
Yeah.
thing. I love that app. Yeah.
Canva's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible, guys. That's truly way to go.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I
but
wanna
like
keep
we
doing
said,
it,
yeah,
too,
like
that kind of stuff.
Why wouldn't we? You know,
Right,
that's what we kept telling ourselves. Like,
It seems crazy not to.
Yeah.
And like, if there's something that I want to be like remembered for on YouTube is like being able to help people. Like,
Yeah.
why not do that? You know?
Yeah.
That's I've been looking for my purpose in this thing. I've said it a few times. Like, he has Bunker and he shows a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, obviously I left my old job and I have diversity hires, but I can only film so much of that because everything we do is being filmed too.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
what could be my thing? And I think I just want to help people. Like, I'd like to use the platform to do that.
yeah,
In any situation, not just disaster, hopefully less disaster.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, in
For
all
sure.
situations. But
Well, that's great. So you kind of feel that experience solidified. that.
100%. Yeah, it definitely made me feel like I have some sort of purpose in that. And I've talked to a few of the fire departments, the volunteer fire. I got to know a lot of those people over the time because I was working with them the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we're gonna start new like relief programs, and like they're putting me on the list for those things. So they'll call me when they need help with stuff, and hopefully keep doing it. It'd
That's
be cool.
awesome. Well,
Yeah.
they were saying the recovery to put everything back, like to go back to life as normal, was like years.
It'll be so long. I mean, it won't look normal ever again. There were so many like 100-year-old trees that just got flattened.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just
that's
gone.
the-
Wild.
Yeah, the
Even-
river looks very different.
Even when they clean it up, like the topography will never be the same because
No, it's so
there's,
different.
you used to drive by and it was just solid trees everywhere, and now there's one every 20 feet, or
And just
and they're
dirt.
stripped
Yeah.
And the
30
river-
feet high.
The river will just continue to erode now that you don't have that tree base along the
Yeah.
sides of it. It's just going to
Yeah,
continue
it
to
is.
strain.
It's,
Right.
well,
It
yeah,
is-
just be a constant reminder.
It doesn't
which
look
sucks.
the same. It's crazy for being from there and seeing it our whole lives. Like going
Yeah.
back and seeing it now, it is not the same place. Like it
Yeah.
looks really. It's the shock factor. It surprised us. I think.
Yeah, like
'Cause you
I
see
used to swim
pictures,
at
it's not the
this
same.
water crossing growing up. I've been here 100 times.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's unrecognizable.
And it just, I mean, it's sad, but it's like a graveyard. Like everything feels so heavy there
Yeah.
right now.
We went out and helped search for bodies one day,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we were walking the river, and it was blowing my mind because there was these huge spots that would be like the length of like a football field that was just to the bedrock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't just like move the riverbank.
Yeah.
It took hundreds of tons of just raw earth and just gone.
The
there's this-
massive rocks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
Yeah, did you see the picture of it was like an F-250 that was buried to like the mirror?
Yeah.
Just the mirror was sticking out of
Yes,
rocks.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely insane. We saw one with just the tires at the top too.
Yeah,
Like it's the bottom of the tires. So
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, just down the street from where her mom lives
Yeah.
was there. Yeah, a truck like ran into a home.
On the
And
side of the house. Yeah.
That wasn't their truck.
It was
you know,
probably
like-
floating from who knows where.
Yeah, from who knows where.
And that was a mile and a half away from where your mom lives.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they ended up finding a lot of
Yeah.
bodies near the river where my mom was. So it turned into kind of a search and recovery situation where there's just like we went to my cousin who lives next to my mom. We went to her baby shower, and it's just like helicopters and boats, and they're like parked in their yards. Like it's crazy. It was like a very eye-opening experience of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see the, like you were saying, Tackett, the bedrock, and then 200 yards down, it would hit a tree that had fell, and all the dirt would pile up, and there would be, the fifth wheel of a trailer in there,
Yeah.
and it's 12 feet high of just mud that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And then looking up in the trees and seeing tarps and debris that were 30 feet high.
Yeah.
That
It's crazy.
It's hard to conceptualize that because I mean we grew up there, so it floods frequently.
yeah, not like that.
No,
No,
that's
not
it.
It was
at
a
all.
1,000-year flood.
Yeah, and so yeah, we've seen the river get high, and we've seen it, but never like that. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
knowing how, like I think the last big one we were just talking to the Centerpoint chief about that,
in,
like
like, high school.
2002-ish.
Or middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was,
Not even half of
can't-
what it
it's
is,
hard to
being like, yeah.
visualize how big and wide that river can get, and now like it can go even bigger than that was nuts.
Yeah, it really was. It's crazy.
We stayed at a place in Centerpoint that this lady has an Airbnb, and they had put all this money into it to, make it nice, and it's an old
Yeah.
farmhouse, and it's right by the bridge where you cross into town there, and it's way back from the river, and they got about 3 feet of
Yeah.
water in there.
Yeah.
Or just how far away the Centerpoint fire is, and they got 6 to 8.
The fire department.
Oh yeah,
Like
I think it was about 8 feet
yeah.
ish. When we went over there, he was like, we still have the water line on the door, and he showed it. The very top of the door is where the water was.
Yeah,
Wild.
and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, y'all were at the fire department.
Y'all seen it
That's
out there, yeah.
200 yards from the river.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was 8 feet high, 200 yards from the river.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people would ask, like, why didn't people listen to the warnings or whatever? I'm like, because people that live in Kerrville, those warnings happen on a weekly basis. Like, it's normal. You hear them
That's
and you're like, yeah, the
exactly.
water might come up a foot or two, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
This was
don't be
something
in
no
the
one
river.
has
Right.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was,
Don't be in the river.
or be inside of it. Yeah.
Don't
not-
go over a low water crossing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's never the scope of like
Never.
this is going to take the whole town.
Yeah.
And the river goes straight to through the middle of town, which
Yeah.
made all the difference in Kerrville. Is like
Yeah.
it's straight through where everything is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole main drag is
Right.
built along the side of it.
yeah.
yeah. That's what people were asking if like Bernie got hit. Like kind of, but the river goes for the most part on the outside
it's
of everything, so
10
it didn't really
miles
affect
outside
that
of town,
much.
You know?
Yeah, we just have Cibolo Creek.
Yeah.
Right, and like
Yeah.
no major damage. you
Yeah.
know? It's crazy. Heavy topics.
Yeah.
Is this what you guys do here? Jeez.
Sometimes.
Listen,
Yeah.
It ping pongs back and forth between
Sure.
like
Yeah.
pure
All right,
obnoxiousness
let's make a dick
and
joke.
like a heavy, yeah. There's a happy amount of dick jokes that can go into it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're good with that.
Yeah, so on the note of kind of finding what your calling was within the vlog, have you felt as if there's a new thing you'd like to apply that calling to, or you still
I don't know.
vetting that?
Yeah, I mean, we're still coming off of all the flood stuff. Like Bunker's still full of supplies. We're going to be taking another shipment probably
It
tomorrow.
just keeps coming.
Okay.
Yeah, over to another place. So they're still coming. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be a situation of like when the opportunities present itself. Like I've told all of the fire departments like, hey, I want to be called if something's going on or there's a disaster somewhere else and y'all are headed out that way, like keep in contact with me and let me help.
Yeah.
So I think in that scenario, I'd like it.
Well, that
to go
network
that
can
way.
get pretty wide. I mean, when we
Yes.
were there, we
Yeah.
saw all the different county fire departments
Right.
that were there.
Yeah.
From across, I don't know
Everywhere.
how many miles.
Yeah.
Most of
So-
Texas, really.
yeah.
They were everywhere. Yeah, it's very cool.
It's how that stuff works though, like in the fire world. Like you'll have like regional like teams where the teams are either built off volunteers or it's something that
Yes.
you're paid for, but all the
Yeah.
guys on the team are from 8 different states or whatever.
Yeah.
You just come in when it's
Yeah.
needed.
So like anything that happens in that giant bubble, they
Yeah.
all just drop their lives and go, which
Yeah.
is pretty
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Which is,
for sure.
I would like to do that. I obviously am not equipped to do like the recovery efforts, but if I can bring media in and get a lot of eyes and ears on it, then I would love to keep doing that.
Tackett, did you have any? Were you on anything like that when you were in Virginia?
No, I wasn't.
fire
I wasn't in the department long enough. I was only there for like 5 years, and then said no to the shot. And they were like,
Aw.
"Yeah." They were like, "You're racist."
They literally killed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's dead.
Nolan brought him back to life. Actually, he found him dead outside of a 7-Eleven.
that's pretty.
Yeah, he's my little Frankenstein's monster.
No, I was making my way through the TRT world, but you like most of those like regional teams and stuff. They want experienced guys because you're literally gonna load up and go live out of a Holiday Inn, and like everybody there needs to be like kind of tip top of their game. You're
Got
not
it.
gonna have like
Yeah.
And there's so much danger within a lot of the stuff that they
There
have to
is,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have, that makes sense.
Well, you already kind of did that when you were.
yeah, and it's just the
G1.
fire department. We used to laugh in the fire department all the time that it's the only job that you can be there for 10 years and still be the new guy. Like
That's-
you can literally be
Because
on
the
a
other
crew.
the old guy's been there for 40 years. Or something. Yeah, that's funny.
If you're the guy that comes on to the shift as like the new guy,
Yeah.
well, you're the dude that's cleaning toilets, cooking food, washing dishes, whatever. And if you just never get another new guy, like you're the
Then
new
you're
guy
the
for
new
guy.
10
Yeah.
fucking years.
That is crazy when you think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need another new guy, man.
Please hire a new guy. That's so funny.
He's trying to set that up at Bunker.
Oh, a permanent new guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually don't have a very like our turnaround's not too bad, which is
Good.
which is
It's tough in that.
yeah.
type
Talking
of
about
work.
working warehouse jobs like
Yeah, especially like the part-time hourly type people, they usually
Yeah.
don't stay that long, but luckily they've had
yeah,
people stay
that's
for
that's
a
one
long,
thing that
long
I'm like
time.
super proud of is like we don't have turnover. Like
should be.
we're not a company that is always like, you know, you go places and there's just always a now hiring sign. Like
Yeah.
I don't want that. You know, I've got warehouse workers that are still hourly that have been there for 5 years.
Yeah,
Like
that speaks to your management, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. It means they're happy to
tell
come to
them that
work.
too.
Yeah.
What you're doing is boring and menial and like
Yeah.
Like
Like if-
the job itself is not something that you're going to be hella passionate about, like
Right.
moving boxes, but you're just happy to be there every day.
yeah, I
Like,
can have somebody that's
Yeah.
worked for 3 years and their main job is folding t-shirts. Like that's, you know.
and they still like coming to work. Yeah,
yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
But we got, you know, we make it fun.
Yeah.
try to, yeah.
You provide them free mushrooms at work. Just like,
Yeah.
I love folding shirts.
Get them really high and they'll work
Added a
for
bunch
so
of weird
long.
colors
Yeah.
to this one. I
They're
don't
really
know.
focused.
Yeah, just not the screen print guy.
Yeah.
no,
He's
no,
got to
no,
be
no.
sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be able to.
Or the designers. He's had some crazy ass t-shirts. in there.
Hey, you might have some
That's
really
like
cool
trippy,
t-shirts.
yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Go drug test all
Yeah.
your designers.
Just microdose everybody.
Why is your pee clean? This is
I
bullshit.
make
This is not going to work
coffee.
here.
Yeah, reverse drug testing.
Listen, we noticed there's not enough MDMA in your piss
Yeah.
this month, so we're going to need you to step up the intake.
Listen, we're going to
that's
put you
great.
on a performance improvement plan. I'm going to need you to start taking these.
Yeah.
Love
We've
that.
got Roger. He's gonna hook you up with a whole
Yeah.
fanny pack of stuff. Yeah, you just take it until next Thursday, and then we'll retest.
We keep laughing that we're going to do like Pepperbox, like company bought trim for everyone. Like,
Suddenly everybody's super jacked.
and angry.
Yeah.
and mad at each other.
We went to that strongman event. Within
Dude.
5 minutes, I told Jen, I was like, so when am I getting on steroids?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. When are we
this is
doing
crazy.
this?
I am rarely like the small dude in the room.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
But the genetics in that place are just nuts. Like all the guys walking around are like 6'5" to 6'8" and like 400 pounds. You're walking next to people, like you pass them and you're just like,
Yeah, the guy we sell for, Robert Oberst, he's
6'8"
6'8" and about 400 pounds.
He's
but
6'8"?
Just like
they're all that big.
Like
all
400
these
body
strong
fat
men.
still.
Yeah.
like
And their
it's
hands
crazy.
are like, they're like mitts. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
I don't need that in my life. I'm comfortable with what I look like in the mirror. I don't
Sure.
wanna, I'd be there and just like I'd have body dysmorphia for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like at that size, it's just inconvenient to everyday life, right? Like you have to duck in doorways. You can't
Yeah.
ride on a plane with one seat. Like there's so many things.
Yeah, but I want to be a giant
But
man
yeah.
who can move anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they
but
can't
you know what
do
would be
that.
sweet? Just like 20 more pounds of muscle, you know? Just
Yeah.
like,
Go ahead.
Imagine if I could just
I'm
lift
not
a
stopping
stone
you.
that's like hundreds
I
of
just
pounds.
Yeah.
like pick this thing up and
Yeah.
throw it.
I could parallel park my car.
I love how like just basically simple all men are.
Yeah.
Like women are these complicated, very unique individual
Yeah.
things. Like you know what I mean?
Out, yeah.
And then all dudes are like, you think you can pick that shit up?
That's true.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of like little booths and stuff where it was,
pick
can
shit
you
up.
pick this up?
So what? It was a strongman event.
Yeah.
So it was a strongman like convention and then an arm wrestling event. So they got the strongmen to arm wrestle each other, which is crazy. We were talking to some of the coaches and they were like, these guys' muscles are stronger than their bones. So it gets way more dangerous because they don't realize when they're going against each other, you can just break each other's bones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Robert.
just snap.
Yeah.
He arm wrestled Eddie Hall, who's also a world's strongest man
Yep.
competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I was talking to him after, like his entire life, he's only fought gravity. Like when you're picking up stuff,
Yeah.
it's the weight's not fighting against you. It's just the gravity of it. Now he's got another human just as freakishly strong as him
Yeah.
pushing back on his arm.
Yeah,
like,
both ways is like,
yeah, it was wild. I got to go on stage like and watch it
he was so
up
pumped
close.
on it. It was like a pay-per-view
It was
event. It was really
fucking
cool.
crazy.
That's
Really?
super cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to measure like the torque.
There,
Yeah, I mean, they had a thing there. Yeah.
There was a thing that like you could pull on in one of the. So there was the arm wrestling was Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday after the like expo part was strongman competitions, like of the people still doing it.
Yeah, all the
And one
normal
of the
stuff,
guys, like he had a little torque thing. They were trying to sell like chalkless grip.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, torque this and see where you're at, and then put our chalk on and see how much more you improve. And the guy goes over and just like cranks out like 50 foot-pounds of torque. And they're like, oh man, you almost beat the record. And he's like, oh, I'll try now.
This
like
is one of the
put
guys
chalk
that
on.
competed in arm
Did
wrestling.
64 on just this like metal like bar that you just turn. 64 foot-pounds of torque. And he was just like, that wasn't too bad.
For
Like,
context, I put everything I had into it, including like body weight and all I've got, and I got 10.
yeah.
10.
And he just went romp.
Imagine like having children with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
you would just be like, hey, put the baby down. You know what I mean? Like he's just scooping it up. Like,
Yeah.
All their children come out looking like 4-month-old linebackers,
yeah.
anyways. Yeah.
Hairy and like,
Yeah.
Why do you have a beard?
Man. Some of these strongmen had their kids there, and like ages like 14 to 16, and they're all like 6'5" and like 250.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy.
he like comes in his son's room when he's 12 and he's like, listen, you're going on steroids.
Now's
what
the
we
time.
do here.
You got
Yeah.
the natural testosterone. We're gonna double it.
Yeah, we're gonna double that shit. We're going for 3,000.
Yeah. We tell our son all the time, we're like, now's the time. If you want to work out and get muscles, it'll go so much faster than any other dude because you're like
advantage of
bleeding testosterone.
Infinite amount of testosterone you have in your body.
Yeah.
And you're never tired. You can do like, yeah.
He's just like, did you know that there's hot girls on the internet? Like, what
I
do you-
mean, he's huge too. He's like 6'2" already and like
Really?
170.
Cool.
He's 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
how
big
is that
boy.
as a mom?
It's weird. I mean, he passed me up when he was in like 6th grade. Like it was really, really early when he passed me, and now he's just huge. He likes
Yeah.
to stand over me and like hover and make
Yeah.
it obvious.
It's weird looking up to your child.
Yeah, it's weirder for him, I think, than anything.
Yeah.
I expected him to be bigger than
I can
me.
still kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
firm
And he
rule.
knows
He
it.
reminds him all the time,
Yeah.
like, just know.
But
Just
yeah.
know I can take you down.
Still way stronger.
I think that's a thing between like fathers and sons, especially like when the son is like entering into like late stage teenhood.
Yeah.
It's like there's only one king of this castle.
Yeah.
Like if you want to, we'll go find out
Yeah.
in the front
Yeah.
yard. Like I'll beat your ass, kid. Like,
You just gotta remind him every once in
Yeah.
a while. Yeah.
A mom just threatens you with like, I cook your food, so don't f me, and you have to sleep at some point. That's what my
Yeah.
grandma used to say all the time.
That's a good one, actually.
Like the grandkids would be going because I'm same kind of family, like 60 something grandkids.
There, you get it,
from
yeah.
And she would just come in the room, and be like, guys have to sleep at some point.
That's terrifying. I'm gonna use that. I love it.
Then you got the mother's guilt. You can go, I raised you, I did this for you, I did that for you.
Oh, yeah.
All of this was in here.
I know. I used to use the like, I know you're bigger than me, but I'm still smarter than you. And now he's so freaking smart. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm smarter than him.
just look
anymore.
at
I'm
him
not
and
gonna let
you're
him
like-
watch this, but
You just look at him and go, you're dumb.
yeah, like, you don't know how dumb you are. Like, I'm life smart, okay? I don't
What's he
care about
smart
your
at?
other everything. He's
Really?
one of those kids. He's been this way like his whole life.
Yeah.
He started reading when he was like 3.5.
good.
And it like shocked us more than his teachers, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's always been really, really intelligent, and he knows everything about. He's like the guy that goes to trivia and knows all the answers on every topic, kind of thing. Which is
But he's still.
dad, too.
I mean, yeah, he gets that naturally.
Yeah.
But he's still a dumb 14-year-old, and every once in a while he'll be like, I know you're smart, but you're a moron. Like, let me
Yeah.
tell you
Yeah.
why you're being dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still better at arguing.
yeah.
Gotta
get-
frame the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be
And
careful.
thankfully,
how you,
like we're pretty chill parents. Like we actually can have that real conversation. And
Yeah.
Good.
like, hey,
we're very open.
That's
Yeah.
a
Fucking
goal
chill.
that I'd like to have with mine, because mine
Yeah.
are still young still. My oldest one turns 9 in October.
Oh, yeah, you're still in the thick of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to, that's a goal, is to be able to be open with them as much as you can be.
yeah,
Yeah.
When they're teenagers.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm all
And it
about
is-
talking to them, like speak to them like a human and
Yeah,
not
right.
Yeah.
not a child, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to tell my daughter all the time, they're like, listen, like, you are my best friend,
Yeah.
but I'm your dad first.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say shit that you don't like. I'm going to put my
For
foot down
sure.
about things that you don't like. But, like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, I genuinely enjoy just being around you. I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
just watch TV and hang out with you. And I don't ever want to get to a point where you think that you can't talk to me about your life.
Yeah.
Because
That's cool, yeah.
I don't know what the f- I'm doing. There's no such thing as an
No
adult.
parent does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, we're all going to make the same mistakes. And if I can just maintain a relationship where, like, you'll tell me what you're doing,
Yeah.
like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy you beer, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, like...
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
admit she came down and visited me in Texas a couple months ago, and I was smoking a black and mild, and she was just like, Dad. And I was
just
like,
giving you shit the whole
fine,
time.
and, like let her hit the like black and mild.
Shut
And
up.
she immediately went back to Virginia and was like, you'll never believe what Dad let me do.
What?
Dad let me smoke a black and mild, and like immediate phone call. Like,
Smoke a black and
are you
white.
Just an entire black and mild.
One puff.
You gotta let them try the shit that they're gonna hate now. Like
Yeah.
I've done that. Like let my son try red wine. Like, I will find the driest, nastiest red wine and let him taste it. And he's like, oh, alcohol's
That
gross.
chuck that's
Yeah.
been open for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that.
I did
Yeah.
that with
Like a skunk
awful
beer or
German
something, yeah.
beer, yeah.
I
Like,
got
I
my-
let her have like a teaspoon of like awful German beer, and she was like, "Why would anyone drink this?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like shit either. Like,
Yeah.
Don't taste the White Claw though.
Right. You have to- yeah, give it to her. The
leave the
strongest
vape alone." Like,
I've got my son smoking Marlboros right now.
Yeah,
He's 3 months,
3 months old, yeah.
I will admit there's a backfire on that though, because my granddad did that. He was like, let me try Jack Daniels and gave me a cigarette, and I was like, I like this shit a lot. This is my
Oh,
personality
no.
now. Like,
He's like, no,
Yeah.
no, forget I did this.
Same.
Don't tell your grandma.
Started way too early. As yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
You've
a
done
lot of people
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this world do. But yeah,
I didn't.
but that's why I got so good
I
at
was a
it,
good
and I
kid.
wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't that
Yeah, got to college and everyone was a drunk asshole, and I'm
Yeah.
going toe to toe, and they're like, "How do you do this?" Like, I've been doing this for 10 years, brother.
He's like a seasoned grandpa at the college party.
This time.
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
country like way of life though. Is like,
Yeah.
especially if you grow up like working on farms and stuff. Is like it's either a dad or an uncle or somebody that like they're not necessarily responsible for you, and like they've got a cooler of beer, and like you work your ass off all
Yeah.
day, and they're like, and toss you a beer, and like you're just off to the races now. Like,
Yeah. We had that conversation recently because our son was like sneaking energy drinks or something. All these kids are
Yeah.
obsessed with freaking energy drinks
Yes.
these days.
'Cause they're
It's so
crack.
crazy. I know,
Like-
but it's like crazy. Anyway, he got in trouble for it, and we were like, I told Clint, I was like, if we really think about it, like this is not very big in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
right? I was like, he snuck energy drinks. Like you used to
At his age, I
be
was
hammered
drinking,
smoking weed when you
weed,
were
and
14.
taking
Yeah.
pills
Yeah.
at 14.
Like practice a little bit of temperance.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
it's like the
even with an energy
restraint is
drink.
what you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the idea is like I don't give a shit if my kid smokes weed, right? Like you're a person.
Sure.
Like smoking a little weed in high school is probably good for you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
expand your brain and think
Be
about
cool.
stuff from a different angle.
He
You know?
disagrees.
Be cool.
But I'm gonna make sure that the rules are no cigarettes, no alcohol, no weed, none of that, because like you're gonna
Yeah.
break my rule.
Yeah.
So if my rule is in here, then like maybe you won't smoke crack.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like maybe you'll like.
Exactly.
And he's sneaking an energy drink, like not doing crack.
100%. I was like, okay, you're still, we had this conversation outside of it, obviously. Like, he's still
Yeah.
going to be grounded, but like,
Yeah.
let's not take it too crazy with this
Yeah.
one because it's it's not
Kick
that
his
bad.
door in and be like, "What do you need? Energy drinks?" Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
While you're all hyped up on caffeine.
on energy drinks.
Yeah.
and it's different from where that kid is at with their personal development that
Yes.
only you guys understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
You
sure.
have to manage that as well. So there's not a one size fits all,
No.
especially when they're teenagers.
Well,
So
and
complicated.
our kids came from the same, like, it's my genetics and her genetics.
Yeah.
They could not be more polar opposites. Like,
Really?
it's,
Completely different.
yeah,
human beings.
it's wild.
Crazy. Yeah.
Do you have 2 boys?
No, we
No,
have
the other's a girl.
a girl and a
good.
boy. Yeah.
Being a girl dad's like the best and weirdest.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the world.
Yeah, because like me and my son bro out and we go do a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But then like, that's my little girl and double standard. Like,
Oh, it's-
I
oh,
tell her
yeah.
all the time too.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so
I'm
hard.
sorry, the world is different for you.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
it,
That
you
is-
know,
it's hard, like-
it is, and that sucks for you. I didn't make the rules.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you're as safe as possible. Like
Yeah. She's always mad because she's like, well, Kason got to do that at my age. Well,
at
He
your
was
age,
6'1" and
Yeah.
could fight a human.
he looks like an
yeah.
adult man walking
We've
down the
said that
street and not a tiny little girl.
Yeah,
like
'cause
there's a big difference.
He's
Yeah.
enormous for his age, and she's really small.
Super tiny.
So like,
Total-
yeah,
like polar
at his
opposite.
age, he was 6 feet tall, 150 pounds. You're tiny.
Yeah,
like,
you're 4'7" and like 70 pounds. Like you're a little baby.
yeah, we still get away with saying you're like under 10 when the kids menu is cheaper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
Hold on to that forever as long as you can.
The wind
Yeah.
kicks up a little too hard and you're gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always make the joke about like a cheerleader outfit on the floor. Like you open your son's bedroom and he's like in bed and there's a cheerleader outfit on the floor. You're kind of like,
Hell yeah.
you open your daughter's, like you're burning the house down. Like, it's like the double standard. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's what life
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan has one of the best like comparisons to that. This was during like the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, and he's like, "Listen, if I found out that Harvey Weinstein had made advances towards my daughter," he goes, "but if Harvina Weinstein had made advances towards my son." I
That's
said,
a funny.
"You're gonna be
yeah.
Batman."
It's the
Yeah.
awful thing that happens with like you'll see the news story of like the weird
You
gym
got him,
teacher, that like 12-year-old at school
Yeah.
and like everyone wants to shoot that guy. But then the like 25-year-old kind of hottie that took down like a 15-year-old, you're just like, nice
Yep.
dude. Nice.
We've had that
Like,
conversation before.
Are you?
too.
Still,
Yeah. that kid, the reason that
Well-
those teachers always get caught is because that kid is immediately like,
Telling
Guess
all of
what I
his
did?
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately
I
texting
took
his
down
friends.
Miss Parker behind the gym the other day.
Oh my god.
still predator.
Yeah, it's still a predator.
Still a predator.
Somehow
Yeah.
society is just like,
Still
Yeah.
unacceptable, still child abuse.
Sure.
But looking back at myself from that time, I'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I was 15 and one of my hot teachers tried to
Yeah, it was like,
come
hey,
on
can
to
I
me,
get your
like,
number? Like, yes.
Yeah. Even
Unacceptable.
The mindset's just so
Unacceptable.
different. Yeah.
yeah, but now I've got, looking back at my 14-year-old son, it's like,
It's like, ooh.
you're a child.
Yeah,
You're a child, yeah.
I know I didn't
that's
feel
why
like a
still-
child.
yeah, that's why it's wrong.
Yeah.
The thought doesn't make any
That's
sense
one of the
in my
weirdest
head.
things, like raising like a teenager is like realizing like, man, I really thought that I had my shit together. Like
Yeah.
I really thought I knew some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are retarded.
Yeah.
Like,
We have
Even
that
through
conversation
college
with him
and, like,
all the
early
time.
20s,
Yeah.
Same thing. I thought I was so much smarter
Like,
than
hey,
I was.
I know you think you know what you're doing. I did too. Every cliche about parenthood
Yeah.
is true because
Yeah, it
it's
is.
true.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn 25 and you'll be like, "Damn it, Dad!" Like,
You were
Yeah.
right.
sorry, man. Yeah, I was dumb. Like,
Yeah.
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 It is funny how sure you are at those young ages
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
you've got it
but
figured
every
out, and
parent-
it's not.
Realizes, if you've got a good relationship with your parent, once you have a kid, I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, sorry."
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a dick.
yeah.
Did you remember all the different things that like they had done for you that you forgot about when you had
Yeah.
children?
Yeah.
I
Or
can't
just in
believe how
general,
many
being
things were back there where
Yeah.
I remembered and I go, oh yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On those days where you feel like burnt out because you did so much stuff with
Yeah.
or for the kids in general, and you're like, oh, my mom did this like every weekend.
oh, this is
like
why my mom
sports
was
is a big
cranky.
one.
Like,
Like, when you're there
yeah.
all weekend doing
Yeah.
stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, my mom literally traveled with me every weekend for sports, for all of that kind of stuff, and I
Yeah.
never like thanked her enough, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, my parents got divorced and it was pretty brutal. And then like me and my dad didn't
Same.
talk for like 20 years. And like
Uh-huh.
I started going through the exact, I mean, to a T, almost the exact same
That's
situation in my
crazy.
life. And I called him and was like, I'm sorry.
Really? That's
That old 20-year
It's such an
thing where like
eye-opener,
we
yeah.
hated each other. Like that's me. That was on me.
fine.
that's on me,
That's
dog.
I
My
did
bad,
the
dog.
opposite.
Yeah. That is, yeah.
You said you did the
I
opposite.
did the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a kid and went, oh shit.
he learned how important it was, like how important it felt to be a dad, and was like, oh, he didn't do any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
I've had a
Like,
lot of
he
those
wasn't
too,
around
like-
for that. Why would I let him be around for my grandkids?
Yeah.
Kind
Sure.
of thing.
Yeah.
That's
I've
how
had
it
a
turned
lot of
out.
the,
Yeah.
Like, you're doing something and you're just thinking like, this wasn't that hard. Like, why was no one doing this for me? Like, this wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just gonna hang out and watch TV with me
Yeah.
for an hour? Like, this wasn't hard to do.
Yeah.
Why was there no one here? Like,
Right.
Right. It is.
Like,
It is a
Yeah.
very
That
hard
kind of
job, but
stuff
like
is where it
also
gets-
just like, just
Caring.
being there and like caring enough to having conversations with people or parents of whatever. Like if you're caring enough to have that conversation, you're doing a good job. Don't don't freak out. Don't overthink it. Like I mean, you're a new parent. Is this your first?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're worried you're messing it all up, that means
You're doing
it
a great
right.
job.
Yeah, because you're thinking about it and you're worried about it and you want to do better all
You're
the
not
time.
just
yeah.
cruising like, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, that's
Have you-
absolutely true.
We had a parent say some like wild, like my mom hit me at Christmas like 5 or 6 years ago. My kid was just, it's Christmas, and she was little and she was excited and she was this ball of energy. And my mom like leaned in and she was like, when you used to act like this, I would just put you in a closet for a little bit. And I was like, crashed back through my memories. I was like, that's why I'm claustrophobic. Like, holy shit. Like,
So you
get out of my
have to go to
house.
therapy
Like,
to find
yeah,
out.
like what?
Oh man.
Never watching her
That's
again.
hilarious.
Or we said our parents would just like send us outside and not know what we were
That's
doing
what
for
I do with
hours
mine.
and hours.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would
same-
never trust my
same.
children to go outside by themselves for hours.
Yeah. Like at
Never.
No.
They can get into so much
they're
shit these
they're
days.
not outside in public. They're on the property.
Yeah, outside. Yeah, at my daughter's age, I would wake up like, all right, I'll be back later. Just jump on my bike with no cell
And
phone.
go.
This is
Yeah,
what
and-
I'm referring to.
yeah.
Not like on your own property.
Fuck
That's
off
totally
or-
different. Like this.
Be back before the sun's down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're riding around town, it was like crazy.
Yeah, like
I
that's
used to do
crazy.
that
Did y'all
when I
not
was
know
Yeah, we
that there
all
were
did.
people kidnapping people?
Right.
Well, everything was so much safer.
Here,
Or we
here's a
just didn't
knife.
It
know
wasn't
about it.
safer. It was like the exact amount of crime was still happening. We just didn't know about it.
But
That's
the
true.
kidnappers were a lot cooler back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were much more casual.
They
about
drove
it.
Yeah,
Firebirds.
yeah.
That's right.
Society
And they
was
looked weird.
weirder though. Like I remember we would go to the public pool, like in the town that I grew up in, just a tiny little small town in Virginia.
Yeah.
And there was this guy that like all of the kids knew who he was. Like people were aware of this dude. He would wear khakis and like a button up, like he was in an office meeting, and just sit at the pool with like a handy cam thing and just
God.
videotape everyone at the pool.
Oh God.
As a kid, we would all like yell at him and cuss at him, and like
Yeah.
we were all aware of what he was. But like looking back on it was like when you were dropping me off at the pool
And you saw a man
saw
with-
this guy, like you didn't immediately beat him with a hammer. Like what the?
Yeah, now I
yeah.
want to know the backstory. What the hell was he doing there?
Obviously being a creep.
Just being a creepy guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was the coach of like a college swim team and was just scouting
Yeah, he's just a
early.
Children.
recruiter. Yeah,
You
Even
know,
worse.
trying to,
it's
even
that
worse.
realization.
See, that's what I'm saying. Back
That's
in the
so
day,
crazy.
the predators were a lot different. They had
Yeah.
mustaches. They were like, "Hey, kid, you want to ride in the Firebird?" And you're like, "No," and you're like, "All right."
They had to work a lot harder back in the day. You know, like that.
Yeah.
dude had to,
getting
like,
away
leave
with it
his
was so
house.
much easier. Like we watched these old like crime docs, like pre 1970. You just get away with whatever the you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
And like,
like it's
every
crazy.
before fingerprints, people should not have pissed me off.
yeah,
But even
I mean,
with
like-
fingerprints, it was like it's seemingly every like major story, something got thrown out because they did it wrong. Like they didn't do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
the legal way. So the
Like
most important piece of evidence wasn't used and the people got off. Like that's
Root of The
crazy.
poisonous tree doctrine. Very important.
So
It has to
crazy.
do
If
with
you
the
got
Fourth
caught for
Amendment.
murder 100 years ago, you were an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really bad at your job.
You seen the John Mulaney skit where he's like talking about like old detectives and they walk in and there's blood everywhere and he's just like, someone clean this up.
Or walk through it where
Yeah.
his boots just
Yeah.
keep tracking. Like some of the stuff that they would do back in the day was just crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Jack the Ripper. They're like, "How did he get away with it?" It's like, well, he just didn't talk about it. It's very
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
He didn't keep human corpses in his house.
Yeah.
That's
Or
yeah.
the ransom notes. What was it? We were watching one recently, and every time he killed somebody, he would write a ransom note into the news stations. Be like, you could have just gotten away with it the whole time if you never told anybody
Yeah.
you were doing it.
But if you don't tell anybody, you don't get the notoriety.
That's all
people
they're doing
that
it for the
are-
notoriety.
Most people
That's
are
true.
psychotic are doing it.
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna
notoriety.
say like
Right.
Yeah.
you're trying to put
narcissist.
Logic.
logic behind a psychopath.
Yeah.
You had
that's right.
H.H. Holmes in Chicago.
Yeah.
They had that entire building that was just like a murder maze and just
Yeah.
killed like hundreds of people in there and just incinerated them in the basement and like just kept his mouth
Absolutely
shut
insane.
Yeah,
forever.
just
Like,
got away with it.
Yeah,
I don't
You
know
never
that
heard of
one.
H.H.
Heard of
Holmes?
this guy.
Yeah, wild. That's all the Saw movies are kind of based on because he would just kidnap people and
Oh.
drug them, and they'd wake up and it was literally like a pain maze that they had to get through and like
was
fake doors
legitimately
and,
Saw.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Oh.
like back when
like early
the
1800s
Chicago
or
like
something
had the
that.
World Fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And you brought up the Jack the Ripper thing. It's like one of my favorite like weird history things. They think that H.H. Holmes was Jack the Ripper because he traveled to London for like that period, and then
Interesting.
They
It
never
stopped
found
when he
out who
left.
Jack the Ripper was.
No.
they don't know.
No, they were terrible at their jobs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Like some of these like big notorious ones.
Oh, right.
Insane that they could have.
You wanted us to catch the bad guy.
There's
He's
some
just killing
I thought you liked
whores.
the
Like,
lead
what's the
part
big
of it.
deal?
Yeah. Oh my God.
don't look into like how we know anything about medical stuff. Like back in the day, they were like, oh, no one knows you. No, your parents are dead, and you're a whore. Come to my house. Like that was it. Like no one saw you again,
crazy.
and then we said that was cool. Like you just ignore. Was it Benjamin Franklin?
Probably.
Has a-
They like excavated the property.
Yeah,
like,
he's got a
100 years
bunch of
later, and there was
bones.
just like hundreds of bones in the backyard.
Yeah.
Don't think about it.
What?
It's just,
Yeah.
how do I not know about this?
All of
Ben?
your-
Old
Don't quote me on
fat
it,
bottom
but-
Ben.
Fat bottom Ben.
Big back Ben.
I think Nick was just
Bareback
talking
Ben.
about it on Unsub a few months ago, too.
We brought it up on here too. Like,
Yeah.
he wrote a whole letter about older women still have good pussies and stuff. It's wild.
Whoa,
Wild.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally about how like the blood leaves the upper extremities first, but not the lower extremities, and it's like a letter to a young man on how to pick a mistress. And he describes like putting a sack, like a cloth sack, over their body so you didn't have to look at the old parts. It's a wild letter.
Forefathers of America, you know?
That's
a wild
insane.
God bless the U.S.
And on that note, I think we can close out the main
I
episode.
love that for you. That is so funny.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
This was really fun.
If y'all want to check out the Sanders, they're available on YouTube. Diversity Hires also on YouTube and on Pepperbox. And we'll be going into an exclusive after show on Pepperbox right after this. So if you're interested, well, there'll be a link in the description below, or you can just go over there and you can start a 14-day free trial.
Cut. Do
Nailed
again.
it.
And you can start a 14-day free trial if you're not already on there. And
Wow. We're
It's a
glad
fun
you
place
came.
to be over there.
have a wonderful day.